Hello everyone, my name is Uthris and welcome back to another episode of Banished for this week. This is the last one for this current week in March. We are going to be working on some farmland. We finished our tests last episode of some of the fields. They performed basically identically from each other. Now, I was a little on the fence on where I wanted to build these farms. I was kind of thinking maybe over here on the river or following along the road connecting the two villages. And I think I'm going to go with option B because over here and on this whole island and this little one here and across this little creek, this is going to be the city. This is the city location, right? That I kind of wanted to build on. This might end up being farmland for all I know. But I'm hesitant to do that before we start getting a lot of the city streets down. So I'm going to start putting farmland through here. And maybe leave room to run a road this way, I think. In fact, we'll go ahead and just lay it out just so I don't forget. So let's do kind of straight to about there. And I'll make this curve eventually. So we're gonna break it off and do like a 3, 2, kind of like this. And we'll just connect it up to here. And then maybe the main road will just keep going straight. And you can even kind of, if you want, round off these connections a bit. Because obviously no one's going to just like always take the road there. So that might lead into the city eventually. So that's fine. We'll have that there. What I need to do is start establishing field sizes and things. I'm deciding to do a 10 by 20 field or something along there. It could technically be, I guess, a different dimension, but the goal is I want to have 2 farmers a field. What that's going to do is hopefully allow farmers to, one of them go off and get tools and food, and hopefully the other one stay and keep working in that field. I want 2 people to be at least working each field so that it's constantly being worked in some regard. I want to be able to yield more consistent numbers rather than hopefully the min-max, and then if a bad year happens, I get nothing. So that's the plan. First step of this plan is I went ahead and laid out the final gathering post and the woodcutter's hut over on the right side. So we have 3 for this town. They're kind of the main support of this village. And I think even the one up here has 3, right? So we have 1 here, we have 1 here, and 1 here. So each one should have at least 3 in my mind. You can have 4, maybe 1 in each cardinal direction, but of course, each of my villages kind of end in water. So that's why I have fishing, right? Because it's essentially the same purpose. A quick way to gather food quickly and contain that within the city limits. So this is kind of the edge of this town, for better, for worse or worse, you know? I need to add a few homes out here first. I think I want that. Let's just make it kind of clean looking. So we'll do something about like that. Put 3 homes out here and maybe even just a default vanilla one in the middle, just for variety's sake. Let it kind of transition away. Okay, so while they are working on that, I need to make sure I have enough stone and resources. I do. That's good. Our food is recovered to 12,000. We were at under 3,000 at the end of the last episode, so we are recovered enough I'm going to temporarily leave this gatherer's hut, but this is kind of going to be the start of the farmland anyways. But I'm going to start the farmland, I think, up here. Because a little less movement is going on up through here. And it just might be better to do so. So first things first, we're going to move this to a different stockpile. I might need just more stockpiles, to be honest. If I'm still using ones that are kind of in the middle of the forest, there's a bit of an issue there. So I'm going to put a stockpile here. Reserve tools is low. I'm honestly not surprised. That's something I need to look at changing soon. So I'm glad it gave me that notification. Stockpile here, and maybe a stockpile there. Alright, there's some more stockpiles. So tools, these guys have been producing rope. I've been trying to get ropes made. So we'll produce some tools using it to kind of recover. These are lesser tools. They're not really the ideal tool that you want. But they will hopefully do the job. I say hopefully. How much rope do we have now, if any? Let's see, where is the rope? There's reeds, so we had to have been producing rope. There it is. We have 17 rope. Not very good, considering that to upgrade these small dock residences, we need 27 rope each. And then even that, the smaller ones require 20. These ones I definitely want to upgrade all of them. And then I might upgrade just every other of these dock homes. Just to give the variety, you know? Some up and downs with that kind of stuff. I eventually want to fence off and make these have yards, but we'll get there. More pressing matters to attend to. So we have this. We'll bump that up. Bump that up too. And I think at this point, this little section is basically online. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and delete. No, I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it there for now. I'm leaving it there. All right, over here. Let's go ahead and decide. I want to have a little bit of a gap. Because I want them to walk through some forest to get to the Celtic town. I don't want it to just be right there. So we might transition this a little slower. So to do so, we're going to need some homes. And I saw some really cool farm homes out here. Now these are beautiful, but they might be a little too much to be close to the Celtic design. So I might do log homes. What are these? Provides up to 6 citizens to leave, eat, store food, stay warm. Build cycle. Okay. I might do these, because this is kind of like the next logical step from this design, right? It's kind of a dark wood. It's a log cabin, wood shingles, you know? I mean, technically doing a thatched building like this isn't too bad, but the wood's just a little too light. Plaster buildings, I think, are a little too advanced for that. Let's see what some other options might be real quick. Not those, I'll tell you now. I could do log cabins. Could do log cabins. Sawbox house? Nah, too much. Rustic abode? Could do those. Tell you what, we'll start with these. We'll start with some town ones. And these town ones can hold a family up to 4 people. So mother, father, and then 2 kids probably. Okay. So that's fine. So we will go ahead, we'll start here. So we'll put a house there. Now each of these homes are going to need a little bit of storage. Town tithe barn, that's really cool. That's a real cool barn. Nope, not that. Distribution barn? What's this do? Workers assigned who will empty it into the next nearest regular storage location. Functions as a normal storage barn if no workers are present. Very interesting. It's almost like the opposite of a trader or the market. So you're just forcing exports to happen. Okay. Food storage cellar. That looks pretty neat. Default barn. What are these? You know, I might go with this as our barn. So just like that. And then we'll go food. And I think I'm gonna do the default crop fields because they do have that weather change kind of effect. So we're gonna go 10 by 20. Yes. Is this right? You know what? I might need to do one more over. Because if I'm going to put a fence, because I'm going to put fences around all my farms, I would like it to have room to run a road around it too. So 10 by 20 there. Get a road out this way. That's the wrong location. Let's try this again. There we go. So we're going to have a house, a storage shed of some kind for each farm. Each farm is going to have a 10 by 20 field. It could technically have 2 fields, 2 10 by 10s, just for variety's sake. Well, no. I want it to be a single field, so we have 2 workers on each field, so 2 10s wouldn't work, I don't think. So this one, we won't do town abode, but we'll do that tiny shack. Where is it? Where's the rustic abode? I want each of these to be a little bit different too. So we'll do that, and then storage wise, what are some of these? Food? These are like box storage. Okay. And crop field. Leave a space of 2. Come down here. We'll do another 10 by 20. I think I'll put 2 more here, and then we'll just start lining the road with it. Just straight up. Like maybe this one might be cool to do. A 10 by 20 this way. And maybe I'll put the homes on this side of the structure. More nomads. Deny, no thank you. We're still solving our food problem, nomads. You can't just show up here and expect to be accepted. Wow, double nomad. Double nomad across the sky. That ain't bad. Let's turn it up to 8 builders. Then maybe we'll do the field over here for this one. In fact, this one I'll do sideways. Kind of like that. And this one too. Just for more variety. get rid of this one just yet. See, where does this one end? About here. Leave a gap for a fence. And then we'll do 10 by 20 this way. Speed up time. I really should have had time sped up this whole time. Just so that we could kind of see what we're doing here. So what do we got? We got 2 builders living in this house. I can upgrade these. That's interesting. I think this requires furniture to upgrade. Can I upgrade these too? I can. It can go straight into a townhouse, which is similar, or a town abode, which is this. So this rustic abode goes to here, and this branches up. Kind of interesting that I can skip this level altogether, the rustic one. All right, so there's one field. So this one we need some homes. And a bit of a barn here. Miscellaneous barn. It's pretty looking. Maybe we can do something with those a bit later. Let's do that. And this one we need, well, we'll mix it up and do a vanilla home. Like a really small storage barn would be good, I think. Might try to just put more food storage itself out here too. So I'm going to initially grow probably all corn on all these fields, just as a baseline. And we might vary them up eventually, but I think all corn is going to be good. And we'll upgrade this to double worker as well. Keep clearing land, keep clearing land. There we go. We get some more corn, double worker. Here, early spring is when I'll assign the actual workers to these as well. And we'll get to see at that point the pathing that they're going to be taking. Corn, double work. This one just needs a couple more trees removed. Almost there. You literally just left a log pile here. Can someone grab this? Okay, no? Alright, well, it's a high priority now. Someone please grab. Thank you. Jeez. And just in time. Early spring. Corn. Upgrade this. So we have 5 fields, so we need 10 of these guys. And let's check pathing. It might take a second for them to update and move to the correct homes. just simply due to, you know, that sudden change in the workforce, right? Because a lot of builders are probably currently living out here because they were building out here. You know, it's the closest thing to their job. Let's do, I need one small trade market type thing. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I kind of like a wagon guy that's just kind of out here. That looks real cool. And we'll do one of those tents. I think it's over here in the theme section. Where is the tent at? No, not that one. Oh, maybe it's where the Nordic was. Here it is. There we go. Now the traders, you know, it's like a traveling caravan. Now, granted, this is a permanent structure in the game, but it's kind of like a small traveling caravan that goes to the different farmhouses and provides them with some of the tools that they need to live out here in the country. I think that's a cool little RP reason for this existence out here now. I'm gonna get rid of this giant stockpile. Doesn't that look great? So we have a new farm over here. This one doesn't have any homes. That's an issue. Let's try and fix that. Ooh, this might be pretty. Yeah. This is cool. At least I like it a lot. Is there a smaller variant, maybe? This one's not bad. I wouldn't mind thatch, though. I mean, honestly, this might be the best. Something like that, and then we'll throw a storage shed near it. I wonder if I should go for a specific item. Let's see if there's something specifically for food. Forest barns look nice. Could just build that across the street, really. Ooh, we could do a Celtic one. Keep that theme going through. So this is kind of like the first year of farm fields. You may go two fields deep because I just kind of want to fill this whole area in. And I found something kind of cool. If we come over here and look at the extra large map, you can really start to see how the overall area is turning out. You can see how dense our dock works are, right? I really like to see the little docks and piers poking out into the water. That's real cool looking. And then how, you know, sparse it becomes through this road, and then just how, you know, more open the Celtic village is up there, right? And you can really see where the Stonehenge is and the religious center of that town kind of pops in, and some of the gathering spots nearby, you know? So this map is going to be really cool to look at near the end of this series, I think. and as we go. Alright, so we do have 2 workers on these fields. This one isn't doing anything yet. I'm not really surprised. Oh wait, this one's growing now. Okay. So they're working at it. This one's probably planted. So what happens is they plant everything and then they kind of leave it for a bit and it just kind of starts growing because, you know, you can't just keep plowing the field over and over. And there we go. Look at that. Look at all those things kind of popping in. That's looking lovely. Okay. Now that some time has passed, let's just check to see where the people are that work in these. So one person kind of works out from here. A couple from the Celtic. That's okay. That's a little far. That's close. Closer. I think one of the issues is this gatherer's hut, which we really don't need now, because as we take away the area, replace them with fields, the gatherer's hut's becoming less and less effective. This one will probably remain kind of effective because there's that gap that I'm going to leave here. But this one is not going to be hardly any effective, right? Because this gatherer's hut's taking part of its stuff, and this one has just fields and really not a huge area to work with. Did I not place that market down? I thought I did. Didn't I? I guess I didn't. How about now? No. Nothing is getting placed here. It's like it's broken. It might require wagon wheels. If it does, then yeah, you can see them here. They are here. They're just ghosts. So let's oh boy, how do I delete these? Yeah, they're still there. Okay, I'll temporarily move the market on this side until we get something a little bit better for these people. Tiny market? Okay, at least that's constructible right there. Since we did increase, by the way, housing for these farms like this, you're gonna find that our population is gonna increase a bit. It's gonna require more food, obviously. So it's late summer. Some of these fields are a little bit more farther along. That has to do probably with the distance that these guys currently have to walk to get to their job. Or if they have to go eat, you know, they have to go to the other places currently because there's no food out here, right? Because they haven't grown it for themselves. They don't have any tools because they don't have a market nearby to just kind of walk to. So they're probably going quite far to get their basic needs. So this is our first harvest of this crop field here, and this one as well. So our test fields, they yielded I think a total of 700, right? So these are twice as big. I'm expecting somewhere around the 1400 range. Now with fields, there's just like fishing, there's going to be some variable amounts in there. So maybe I should expect between the 1200 or maybe 1000 to more like 1500. If I have 1000, I think that's okay. I want at least 1,000 though. Otherwise, I don't think this is going to work too well for us. Oh, good. We have tools and food coming up here now. I really wish these wagons would have built. That would have been real cool looking, but we need wagon wheels first. Okay, so they're taking a little too long to harvest. It's already winter, or late autumn. So there's snow on the ground. That's going to kill off some of the crop. This field finished. It got 1,400. That's what I want. That is good. That's 700 food per worker. That's real good. This one, 1,260. 630 wood per worker. I'll take it. This one, 11. A little less, but you know, 1,200 is still within reason. I said I wanted at least 1,000 per field. 1,200, that's good. This one had the latest start. It's not even fully harvested yet, and the winter's probably getting at those crops pretty well, and that's almost 1,000. So a late start, bad harvest can get us 1,000 potentially, and that's great. I think that's good news. Having a home and their own personal barn by each house is huge. That is huge because they're gonna want to go to their home to eat. They're gonna want to go to their home to get warm. They're gonna want to go to the market here to pick up tools so that they can work, and maybe clothes as well. If we had clothes, we're kind of short on the clothes department. So it's great. We need more tailors. We definitely need more tailors. Here you can kind of see the wagons a little bit more now. Oh man, I can't do anything with these things. Oh well, whatever. So this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and we're going to place some more farms, and I'll decorate them. And what that'll allow us to do next episode, we get to take a look at this area, kind of producing, kind of like the breadbasket of our 2 current towns, and then we can talk about what town we want to do next. If you guys have any ideas and suggestions, definitely let me know and leave them in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed Banished. I mean, just look how lovely this looks. It's beautiful. I love this game so much. Subscribe for more creative goodness such as this. And with that, I'll see you all in the next episode.